What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Novichenko Whips YouTube channel. Today we're again working on the X5M and we're looking at the cabin air filters. So if you know, those cowls, they come off pretty easily. You just get a 13 mil and then you do like a quarter turn to the left, of course, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and there's 3 of them here on this box on the passenger side. 1, 2, 3. And so from over here, everything looks fairly clean, but so this car only has 50k miles, but look at this. There's a lot of debris that ends up in there. So you can either replace or clean these filters. But there's another very important thing that I saw online. People said make sure to shine a light down there. Make sure you don't have any standing water. That would be bad for the electronics located down in there and down in here. And at the same time, you don't want any leaves, obstructing your cabin air and making it stinky. What I'm going to do is go grab a shop vac and vacuum all this out and then shine a light in there, make sure nothing is leaking. If you do have water in there, it's most likely that you have something wrong with your drainage, either from your moonroof coming down into here or from those cowls and how they drain down, I guess, somewhere into the side there. So there should be drains down there to go into the fender well of the car. And so all of this stuff is really important, especially if it's known to be a car that was stored outside and not garage kept. Comparably, you could also pull off this side and clean off down in there. It's actually a lot more accessible here. I had something happen. I noticed this plastic piece here was hanging on for dear life, and it completely came off, especially where these 2 screws mount. And I know it's because of heat. Pretty much everything you notice on top of those catalytic converters and turbos falls apart because of heat. But I want to keep it here. I presume it serves some purpose, maybe directing some water. But you can see this plastic still, it's kind of falling apart. So I'm torn on whether I should keep it or not, because it's just going to keep falling apart, but that's not really pretty either. What I'll try, and it probably won't work either, because if you use like a super glue, as strong as it is, it'll probably keep melting. But in the event that you drive through rain, it's coming down through here and it's dripping down on there. Sure, it'll evaporate in the heat, but I don't want water and rain getting in there. So I'll see what I can do to repair that, and I'll show you in a second. Here's what I kind of came up with. It's a combination for now of super glue, mega glue, the gel type, the liquid type, and electrical tape. I know it's going to come off, but I'll look online to buy maybe a new one of these things. But even if I do, the plastic base where you put your screws in fell apart. So we'll see. I'll figure something out with time. But I would have thrown that piece out completely, but the only concern is when water comes down here, it can trickle down into this trough, and the goal is for it to drain away from the engine. Similarly, it's supposed to drain away at the top, but I'm just trying to make sure, because I've opened the car before and I've seen a couple drops coming down through these cracks, so I've tried to seal them with a lot of glue. I'm going to let it fully dry and cure. But now, yeah, let's get a vacuum in there. This will be satisfying. All these cobwebs. I even saw a leaf down in there the other day. I'll see if I can fish it out. But yeah, let's clean this up. I'll clean up the filters and we'll move on. It's funny how this video and effort is to change the oil on my X5M, but I'm doing all the miscellaneous bits that are more interesting to me. In a previous video, I installed the X5M black logo, and I got distracted while gluing it, and it was slightly off, and it bugged me so much that I took it off. Kind of had a, badgeless rear end, but I got another set of logos in the mail, and I'm going to try to heat gun it, warm up the area, and see if I can install another emblem. because you gotta let everybody know that it's an M. All right, so I've warmed up this area a bit. I can probably tell you exactly where the old emblem used to be, probably right above here. You can almost see it, right? X5M. I'm gonna use some painter's tape and mount it on there, and we're gonna get a gauge of how it looks. There's also another cool little thing I got. I don't know, hopefully it was worth the money. It's kind of to black out this roundel ring. So of course I'm gonna fit it a little bit better, but it's dechromes that piece as well. Here's how it turned out. It's already dark outside. So my take on this little emblem cover, it's kind of a gimmick. It doesn't fit perfectly. I had to heat it and really press it on there, and still it's not 100%. So sure, it closes up some of it, but it's not ideal. And I think this time I was able to mount this much straighter, but we're gonna be able to see in daylight how that looks and evaluate.
People are just coming in. They're coming from the premium.
I'm gonna go walk around and look at cars. I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff. Got a Seattle meet going today. It was very spontaneous. All kinds of cars. Oh, I gotta give out some business cards. Nice. This is the first Cybertruck I've seen with actual off-road tires. Looks really good. I wonder if it scrapes or rubs.
Don't mind the 5 Series either. It's a proper.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out this minivan. That's pretty cool. Got more Euro. Some JDM stuff. It's gonna be a fun cruise. I'm still liking the look of this Cybertruck with the actual off-road style tires. Nice. We got bikes. Corvette. Do you like the new rear engine ones?
The C8
Stings.
I like the CO6, dude. I like
Sure. It looks sick. I mean, I see the new one on the road, and I'm like, you almost mistake it for a supercar until you come up to it. You're like, oh, it's a Corvette. I think the probably coolest Lexus is ISF out of all of them. M6. It's interesting. I always thought it's hard to make this model of M6 or 6 Series look good, but with this lip and kind of the combination of hood, it looks pretty good. Good job on that.
I'm walking the roller guard. What's up, steak? Huh? What's up, steak?
V-dubs. That's a cool color for sure. Nice.
Probably not going to be because I need to get this box.
Got some F10 action. And then a F90. This is next level. Cool wrap color. This generation of M2 is pretty cool also. Came with the N55. I know they later updated to the S55. I think those are more sought after, but if you want like a more affordable M2, this is the one to go for. Cool color too. I got a ride in one once. It was sweet.
Right-hand driver.
Oh, there you go. This is my gang, Subaru gang. That's what I'm talking about. I like the Ferrari style sticker on the fender.
They're really rare though. And that wine.
I like this wheel combo. That looks nice. BBS.
Wheels on my car, man. Those wheels. He's thinking about getting BBSs. What do you think?
Yeah, these were cool when they do the CSL styling, like the CSL bumpers. Mm-hmm.
What were you saying? My bad.
I was just saying they did a car meet and it was pretty big, and then some Russian Ukrainian guys came on their motorcycles, and one of them did a wheelie and crashed into the gardening center, and so cops came over and said you could never come here again. And we're like, we don't even know who that is, like they weren't part of the show, and so we were banned from that the first time we were there. I like this. Nice. Kind of crazy out here, all these people trying to leave, going sideways. I've already seen a couple of people get pulled over. But overall, it's pretty cool. People having fun. It's like springtime finally. What's up, everybody? I wanted to give a super quick recap on taking the X5M to the car show with a couple buddies local in the area. One friend has a F82 M3, and another friend recently purchased G80 M3, this nice deep like forest green, super cool car. Anyway, we were cruising with them to the event. It's about an hour drive. So on the way there, it was 7 p.m. Traffic was fairly light, but we weren't, you know, we were just going really chill. But on the way back, you know, after 10 p.m., super clear on the roads. We had some fun. I am falling in love more and more with this E70 X5M. It's kind of a sleeper on the outside, but you know, stock 555 horsepower, and the handling. I just love the handling. Like at speed, this car is so nice and planted. You're just, you know, it's an enjoyment. Good job, BMW, in that case. I'm sure the newer series, the newer generations of X5Ms are also really cool, but I've heard good things about the E70 in terms of build quality and how firm they feel. It is the heaviest, I believe, out of the X5Ms. The newer ones, they made them a little lighter, which is probably felt, but overall, it was no problem keeping up with the G80 M3. I honestly am blanking on how many horsepower that comes stock. Definitely over 500. It was the M3 competition. And then of course the F82 M3 definitely probably also has right up around 500 horsepower, right under maybe, on that S55 engine. I haven't owned any of those cars, so I'm not a pro at the inline six turbo horsepower numbers. I'm more of a N63, S63 guy. But yeah, I did post the car for sale just because I have plenty of other things, and I don't know if I'm going to keep this long term. If it doesn't sell, again, it's such a clean example. I will most likely modify it. I already have my eyes on downpipes, and of course, if you do downpipes, you got to do a tune to make sure your check engine doesn't pop. So Active Auto Works seems to have really good stage 1, stage 2 tunes. There are other tuners out there as well that I've read up on YouTube and online on the forums of what people use and are very happy with. But I mean, X5M stock factory, if you want to even, you know, let's say if you buy one and you want to keep the warranty, there's plenty of fun in stock form. Like, the exhaust is okay-ish. It's very dailyable. I've been dailying this for a while now. I love it. Later in this video, right, let's just go get that oil change done, get a look under the car, which I have not had a chance to do yet, but honestly, there's no leaks, low mileage, 55K. We're gonna delve into that. Thank you for tuning in.